guys, and welcome back to the Dog Days podcast. We are so happy you're here. My name is Pamela Chandler, and to my right I have
Noelle.
And to my left,
Rachel.
And behind me is Sid. Sid's always here. She's just going to be the fourth member, I think, because Sid's always in the room. I don't know if you can see her, but if you can, there she is.
She makes appearances. You can see her in the video, and you just see her kind of go by. Sometimes it's just her tail.
Yes, unfortunately, we prefer if the tail's not there. The tail's very loud, but she's kind of a photo bomber. We are on part 2 of our series on safety tips with dogs, and this one's crazy important. And I think a lot of you will know this stuff, and I think a lot of you will go, ooh, I need more information on this. So what we're talking about are things that are dangerous to your dogs, and we're talking about plants that they may ingest that are toxic or poisonous, physical hazards to your dogs, things like foxtails, burrs. What can they do? What can you do to keep them safe? Signs to watch for. How do I know if my dog has done something? There's so many variables when it comes to this stuff. Size is a huge one. How much they've ingested. So we're going to go over that with you so you know exactly what to watch for when it comes to these things, because it can be really dicey and scary. We're also going to talk about heat danger in cars. This is a big deal. It's a big deal across the country, across the world. We live in Southern California. We have a moderate climate here, but it's a bigger deal out here because we have ocean breeze and people think, oh, it's nice and cool outside. My dog's fine. They're really not. So we're going to give you, some really cool numbers and statistics and things to watch for. And then we're going to go into human foods that are dangerous for dogs. And I think a few of these will surprise you. Kind of surprised us as we were talking through this today and kind of pulling it apart. So stick with us. You'll be glad you did. A lot of good information in this podcast for you guys. And of course, we'll throw in a few stories along the way because I just can't help myself. But we're going to start off with toxic plants. And we're talking here about plants that your dogs will ingest and can be fatal. And Noelle's going to kind of take over because she's our green thumb. I think we've kind of figured that one out.
Not me.
No, I know. She's like, plants. I know what these plants are. And she's using words like variegated. And we're like, what? So we said, okay. Noelle's taking this one. So
variegated is when they're green and white.
Kind of have the white on them.
Yeah, you know what that means.
I do. I do now. But that word doesn't just roll off my tongue.
Okay. All right.
All right, go ahead. Well,
I'm the plant nerd.
Plant nerd in the house.
Okay.
Oh, wait. And by the way,
yes,
for those of you watching us, we have a new... Yes.
I am also the nerd.
Yes. This is, when you said nerd, it made me think of it. Noelle, we got a new system for recording because our other one kind of crapped out on us last time. And this is fancy. So Noelle's been playing around with it. We have it on the table because it just makes sense to have it here. It makes it easier for us to watch levels, but it also has some fun stuff that it does. So if you hear some...
I promise I won't get carried away.
There we go. How cool are we? They were really happy to hear it.
I know.
So anyways, that's what's happening here. If you're watching us and you can see that, if you're listening, now you know. So you may hear some sound effects as Noelle has fun playing with it. Okay.
I won't overdo it. And especially today, because it's kind of
it's new.
It's our debut. So, okay, toxic landscape and garden plants. I think pretty much people are aware of this first one. That's a sago palm. And of the ones that I've read about, it is one of the most deadly. And it's fatal. Like even a small little bit can cause liver failure in your dogs. I have read that the berries are particularly bad. Like even just a lick of those can really get your dogs into trouble.
And the seeds.
Yes, because if they do that, So please watch those.
And if you don't know what they look like, Google a picture of a sago palm.
I was going to say, I could post a picture of like the really big ones, especially around here.
Yeah.
I could post a picture of a sago palm because if you don't know what it looks like, you have no idea what you're looking out for.
But there's a lot of them out there because they're neat.
Very recognizable. Very. Yeah, I think and they can be low to the ground or they can be high up too. Yeah. So just beware. And
if you have a puppy, get rid of the sago palms. God. Just get rid of them, guys. They're going to eat them. We hear so many stories of puppies ending up in the hospital. So get rid of them. Yep. Your gardener will know what to do.
These first 3 to 4 are the real toxic ones, and they actually are toxic for humans too. Foxgloves and oleander, both of those they cause heart arrhythmia. So watch out for those. We can post pictures of a lot of these. Oleander, you'll recognize. They plant it around highways and stuff too because it's very dense. Mm-hmm. So
Hardy.
So if cars run into it, they don't make it through to the other side a lot of times.
Gosh,
So
goodness.
they're really, yeah, it's thick.
Thick.
Azaleas. I didn't realize azaleas and rhododendrons.
So surprising.
Who knew?
They're so beautiful.
I know, they're so pretty.
Oh my gosh. I was just in Long Island for the weekend.
There you go.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They are stunning. They're beautiful. Yeah, but I didn't realize that they were toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. Lantana, which is everywhere. This surprised me. Had no idea. It's kind of a ground cover, pretty little purple, red, flowers.
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. White sometimes, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. So again, we can post some pictures, but look these up so that you're familiar with them. The lantana, my as we go down these down the list here, is it probably isn't as toxic. It's not fatal. It's not going to cause liver damage or heart arrhythmias, but it will probably upset your puppy's bellies. And again, as Pam said in the beginning, a lot of this has to do with the size of the dog and how much they consume. So keep that in mind as well.
And lantana is really big in Southern California. You see it alongside of our freeways. And we were talking before this, we don't hear of a lot of dogs eating lantana.
No.
And I think where it's used as ground cover, it's not an area they want to go into, but it's also full of bees.
Full of bees.
Dogs mostly will stay away from bees if you have a smart one. But you still want to watch those puppies, they put everything in their mouth. But we use a lot of lantana. I think it's not totally fire resistant, but it's a good ground cover that's pretty safe, and you see it a lot in Southern California. So keep an eye on that one.
I think it's really drought tolerant too.
Right, it is.
Yeah. Bird of Paradise seeds and pods, which I had no idea, are most toxic because they contain tannins. So avoid your dog getting into your red wine.
It poisons me. I can't drink red wine. I get poisoned too.
There you go.
Definitely.
I like it, but that's, flowers, the leaves and the stems are mildly toxic. And again, this is more GI upset. It's not going to necessarily be as like fatal liver as some of the others.
But liver failure is an interesting thing, isn't it? And I'm not a veterinarian, but I did have 2 dogs who ended up there in the vet from eating too much. What was it? What they eat? Do you remember? Rimadyl. Yeah.
Oh.
They got into a whole big thing of Rimadyl, and Rimadyl's flavored like beef liver, so they ate the whole thing. And what the vet told me was when it comes to liver failure, once you catch it, it's too late.
Yep.
So that's what's scary about some of these plants.
Wow.
You don't see the signs on some of these, especially when they're affecting an organ like their liver or their kidneys. You don't see it right away. And as soon as you start to go, what's going on with my dog? It may be too late. So we're not here to scare you. We're just here to get you to just be a little bit aware and watch what they're putting in their mouths.
Okay. And are you going to go into that when we talk about what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because I
we will.
definitely
We'll get
want
to
to
that.
dig into that a little bit.
Definitely.
Castor bean plant. That's one I don't know.
Nope,
I don't know
either.
that one. So castor bean plant and euphorbia. Euphorbia, it causes irritation on your eyes and hands and
Just
skin.
touching it?
Just touching it.
Gotcha.
That causes burns and irritation.
Gotcha.
So those are the landscape and garden plants. Toxic flowering plants. This does not surprise me. So daffodils and tulips, the bulbs. My impression is that a lot of those, the pretty big, the bulbing, the bulbing plants.
We'll call them bulbing plants.
Yes, are particularly.
Calla lilies, I know they're not on the list, but they're...
Well, lily of the valley is.
It's a similar thing.
Same kind of deal, right?
I had a bulldog, American bulldog, who ate... I got one damn flower out of this plant.
Uh-oh.
And I look out the window. She ate it. She went out there and just... And she went like... Like it almost burned her tongue. She was spitting it out.
Oh.
It was the only flower we ever... She was fine because she weighed like 95 pounds. Now, if it were a smaller dog, it might have been a different...
A big deal.
Yeah, bigger deal for sure.
Autumn crocus. We don't have many crocuses.
Is that more Midwest, the crocus?
I think so, and East.
And
even
East Coast. Okay.
Because they need the cold. Morning glories. I've known that those are not great for you. Morning glories. They're beautiful, and they've got the beautiful purple color that just
don't eat them.
Just don't eat them. And don't let your dogs eat
them. Don't let your dogs eat them.
Wisteria seeds and pods. So wisteria are they're beautiful plants, especially in the summer, in the spring and summer, because they vine into things, and then they have those long, drapey, either purple or white flowers. And then they also get the long seed pods. So watch those flowers and those pods because they do drop off and they are toxic.
They kind of reel you in with their beauty a little bit.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Let's see. Wild or native plants. So these are for Southern California. I'm not familiar with these. Jimson weed. That sounds,
No idea.
It's hallucinogenic and toxic.
We have a plant at our house that's hallucinogenic to people. Is it the trumpet vine? Is it the trumpet or the angel trumpet? I think it's the angel trumpet.
Angel trumpet?
Yeah. And it's just gorgeous.
And the long yellow.
Yes. And they smell so good, but you're not even supposed to touch them.
Oh, really?
They're hallucinogenic.
Wow.
Yeah. My gardener wears gloves with them. And we just have, we're living on the edge. We've got like 4 of them because we love the way they smell. And the dogs stay away from them.
Well, that's good.
None of my dogs go near them. Yeah, they probably know. You're hoping that there are some natural instincts there that they know.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Nightshade. Oh, and nightshade is another one that's toxic to humans as well. So those purple flowers, hemlock, water and poison hemlock. I don't know the difference between the two, but they are both toxic, and they're both found in California. And then wild mushrooms. This is not a surprise at all. And tons of them in this area. We find them a lot. So
they're creepy.
I know.
They're gross.
And they're hard to identify. Super hard to identify. A lot of times you can't tell unless you break them open. Yeah.
Yeah. They push up through the soil when we've had rain. Like you can see this mound coming up through the soil. And then this big mushroom comes out.
And there are some out here that are just freaky looking.
Totally poisonous. So what I do, because we have dogs out here, is I take a picture and throw it into AI.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And say, what is this? What kind of mushroom is this?
Super.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Just so you know. Yeah. One of them Tom ate. He grilled it up and ate it. And I thought, why would you do that? What a chance you're taking.
It was probably delicious.
He said it was delicious. Yeah.
But then he also checked it.
He checked it out. Yeah. Okay. I still wouldn't trust it, but
He's a mountain man.
He's a mountain man.
Wow. We should post the bee suit picture.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Tom was in a bee suit. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. A lot of people saw it. I'll show you the picture. Because now he's gotten stung so many times that he has a reaction when the bees sting him. Oh, no. And they're after him. Like they are after his ass.
Like, we remember you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like bouncing off of him. So he had his whole bee suit on and took the tractor down there to mow for me. So we would have trails for the dogs. It was hilarious.
I said that the reason he didn't get stung is because all the bees were just in the
laughing
tree,
at him,
giggling, peeing their little bee pants. Yes.
Peeing their bee pants.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's
so
great.
those are the plants, and we can post pictures.
Yeah.
I like it.
Some photos.
Yeah.
Super.
Really important. There are cool apps out there too where you can take a picture. I have quite a few clients that come out here and we walk the trails and they'll take pictures on their app and we'll find out what the plant is. So there's so many different ways now to feel these out. And, it can feel a little overwhelming if you're just listening to this and we're just throwing stuff out there. But when you have plants in your yard, you're not sure what they are. Definitely do a little research, guys.
Yeah.
Because your dogs will do crazy things, or if they're going to pick up a bone or a toy and they accidentally get one of these plants in their mouth, you just want to be extra careful.
Indeed.
Extra
Especially
careful.
those sago palms. They're so popular out here.
Yeah, we had a client with a puppy who they removed the sago palm when she got the puppy. And it was Bella, the golden retriever.
I remember this.
And they dropped one seed and she got the seed.
Oh.
And she ended up in the hospital. And she was fine. She was fine. They make something called a outfox. So it's hilarious. It's this net you can put over your dog's head. And I have recommended it to some puppy owners who go, they're just eating everything off the ground. And the big deal is when you step in and say, don't do it, they want to do it more. So you can create a bigger problem. So the outfox is awesome. And Rachel's going to get into foxtails here in a minute with some of the more physical hazards. But the outfox is great for keeping them from putting things in their mouth. It looks like a giant pool net that goes over their head. They can
really
still
funny.
drink water. They can dip it in and water will go through so they can drink. It's a very fine netting and it's super light, but they can't eat these plants and stuff. It can't get through it. Like it's so fine that a foxtail can't get through it.
Wow.
And this time of year, they're sold out on their website. But it's a good tool if you have one of those dogs or you're out hiking. Check out the Outfox. I think it's just outfox.com. OUTFOX. Yeah, you've been on that website.
Yep.
They're pretty cool. Yeah.
Do you have any for your dogs?
No, I was going to get it for Kenai, but I didn't. And then he ate something, and then he got a gastro surgery.
Oh my gosh, he used to eat everything.
I definitely should have done it.
Yeah, I remember remember.
He
that.
used to
but I
eat
did
everything.
not. So I highly encourage you to do it so that you don't have a surgery or worse.
That would have been a good picture to see Kenai in the outfox. Yeah, it'll
I should
save
get
you a
one
lot
just to
of.
put it on it.
It would have saved you a lot of money.
I know, spend like $40 now, save like 10 grand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Not a bad
return on
deal.
your investment.
Before we move into the physical hazards, which Rachel's going to cover, and we're talking about, things that can get on them or in them without them ingesting. We talked about the sago palm, but there is another palm out there, and we've talked about it a few times, is the queen palm. And I don't know what time of year it is. I should have researched that. I want to say it's like spring into summer. It seeds. So if you have a queen palm in your yard, you've seen these pods of seeds that it gets. And when they turn orange, they drop. And they're little fruits. And I have not tasted them, but I'm pretty convinced they taste really good because dogs love to eat them. Mm-hmm. So we get often people calling and saying, hey, my dog has massive diarrhea. I'm not going to make it today or whatever's going on. And I say, do you have a queen palm in your yard? Because if you do, they're probably eating the seeds. And they go, oh my gosh, they totally are eating the seeds. Because it causes GI upset. They're not toxic, but it will cause GI upset. So the queen palm is an important one to watch for because we have a ton of them in Southern California and dogs will eat them. Yeah. You just be out on a walk and they just hoover it up and you didn't even see it happen and they go home and they've got the poopies. Yeah. So we wanted to talk about the queen palms. That's an important one.
And you said it's like a little fruit, so it's probably sweet, which is why they want to eat it. And again, if a dog eats enough of something, it could be even more dangerous than just GI upset. So you just want to be super careful.
I wonder if coyote eat it because when you see their scat, their seeds, the seeds are in there.
In there.
Yeah,
that's true.
So they're probably eating those.
Yeah, but it's sweet. So I believe that dogs like sugary stuff.
I do.
Yeah,
I like sugary stuff.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, Coda loves sugary stuff. He gets jelly beans
sometimes. Are jelly beans on the list?
I hope not.
There's lots of sugar in it. It's
real sugar. It's real sugar,
as
so
long
he's
as
okay.
It's real sugar. This is another one I didn't know that we'll talk about with the human
we'll get
foods.
to the human foods. Okay, Rachel, let's talk about the hazards, the physical hazards.
All right. So we mentioned it before, foxtails, especially here, especially after the little half a day of rain that we get. The foxtails grow like weeds and the dogs eat them. And that's, again, it's not toxic like the plants that Noelle was talking about earlier. It can be, it can get stuck in paws, eyes, noses, ears, just in their body, and they burrow, and they are a nightmare. Let me tell you, if they get stuck in there and you don't know if they sniff them up or they ingest it, it can burrow and it can cause some serious, serious damage. So I'll post a picture of foxtails because we always talk about it at the field trip, Bataquitos Lagoon, because they always have them. Mm-hmm. There's the fresh ones, which are green, which are still dangerous. But it's the dried out ones that are so dangerous. They're just a nightmare. I don't understand why they're even here or exist, but they do. So that's a really, really big one here, especially.
They're dangerous for all animals, not just dogs. Mm-hmm. They're a danger to all animals.
They're dangerous when you pick those things up.
Oh, I got one.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, it got me.
Yeah, they are like razors. Yeah. They are so sharp.
Yep.
Oof.
When I worked at an animal hospital, this was many years ago, I was also doing rescue. And so this lady came in with her boxer and she was in the lobby. And I said, oh my gosh, she had adopted the boxer for me. So we went over to say hello. I got within 5 feet and I was like, what is that smell? Oh. And she said, I don't know. That's why we're here. She had sniffed up a foxtail and it got stuck in her sinus cavity. And she had this massive infection going on.
Oh my God.
She wasn't doing the crazy sneezing, anything, but mom's like, she just reeks. I don't know what it is. Wow. And so they found that foxtail and they had to put her out and go up. They're really good at going up and finding them generally. Or the vets just know this is foxtail.
Yeah.
And they gave her an antibiotic.
Does it show up on an x-ray?
Probably.
I'm sure it does.
Because it's like a little dagger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
But I don't know if plant material.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. If that would be dense enough for it to show up.
It's almost like a stick. I don't know. That's a good question.
We could ask.
We'll find out.
We could ask our friends over at the Drake Center.
Yes.
We can add it into our little snippet on Instagram. I can ask Dr. Leslie and then put it on there, like, just so you know, you can or cannot x-ray to see if there's a foxtail somewhere in your dog.
No, it'd be really good.
Yeah. And some of the other stuff like paws and ears and eyes, obviously you see it, but ingestion in the nose, you don't see it. It gets tucked
How about the penis?
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you guys this story?
No.
This was a story one of my clients told.
I would remember it.
You'd remember it. So his little red thing came out.
Oh, no
And
way.
a foxtail stuck to it. And when it retreated, it got inside. And they didn't know. They didn't know what was going on.
Why would you know that?
How would you know? He's licking, and they're like, leave it alone, because he's
like,
a boy.
I can't.
He's a boy, and it just suddenly he has a massive infection.
Oh, gosh.
And they take him in, and they had to put him out and get in there and remove it. Wow. So I wonder if they X-rayed. I wonder if that's how they figured out like what was going on.
How else would they know?
Right? Yeah.
So I'll ask Dr. Leslie, and I'll put it on our snippet
like it.
Super.
on Instagram.
I like it. Yeah, Dr. Leslie, we got a good one for you.
Yeah, she's gonna love this.
Exactly.
Okay, next one is cactus spines specifically.
Oh, right.
And especially that's my biggest fear when I take Kenai anywhere because he just nosedives into everything because he's a dog.
Yeah.
But they can be very dangerous. They can cut them. They can leave some serious
leave a mark.
damage. They can get lodged into things, eyes, nose, mouth.
Ooh, yeah.
Very sharp, very dangerous. So being very, very, very cautious if there's any kind of cactus around. Cacti?
Cacti.
Cacti.
It's plural.
Cacti.
We don't have them out here, thankfully. I
not
haven't seen
really.
any cactus. I mean, not
Out here at the ranch.
Out here at the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
no.
in California, but
Oh my God.
Yeah,
everywhere.
for sure. But not here. Not on
here.
any of the trails.
yeah,
They're-
thankfully.
And you bring up a really good point because Kenai dives into stuff. And I know we're being particularly careful out here as the dogs dive into the shrubbery, but a lot of yards, a lot of trails even, there might be a cactus
That you
in
don't
there
see- yeah.
somewhere and you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
So
And
just
have you
be
ever
aware.
gotten one poked by a
It
cactus?
does not feel good.
It does not. It hurts even after you
pulled out
you
the
pulled it
stupid
out.
thing.
Yeah,
it's
it still
irritating.
hurts like a
Yeah,
bee
they
sting.
suck.
They're very irritating.
Yep. So be super careful. Thorny plants, so roses, blackberries, they can cause eye and paw. I mean, really any. Pam knows this better than anybody else. They can cause head injuries, side
Roman.
injuries, face injuries.
Oh my gosh,
everywhere.
you name it. He's just injured all the time. And he runs through rose bushes. What's the other stuff called?
Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea. He runs through the bougainvillea because that's got those.
God, that's nasty, man.
Yeah, those thorns
and they're
on it.
beautiful, beautiful plants. But,
Boy,
man,
they just rip his skin. And I'm just convinced he doesn't even feel it. And he comes in with these wounds on him. And he's a white dog and he's having some problems healing. So these tiny wounds become big deals. But he's running into thorn bushes.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing because
Yep.
my yard is full of
Yeah,
them, you know, and he still has no common sense to just not do that.
Hey, there's still time for him to get some common sense.
I hope.
and we talk to him about it every day.
Well, he's in
Roman.
a cone. You would think the cone, if only he could understand, the cone means because you did this, but he's never going to figure that out.
No.
He's deaf and he has no peripheral vision. So stuff's going on. And he's just like looking around.
Oh, well.
He can't see anything.
not
I know.
too bad.
He's a mess, guys. He looks like he's growing a horn out of his head. It's just a giant scab.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I know.
Yeah. He'll get there.
He'll get there.
And then burrs and stickers. Burrs are, oh gosh, they're probably one of my least favorite, especially if you have a dog that has a coat that attracts them. Like your dogs don't. They don't. They don't get attracted. Olive probably would not, but any dog, Kira,
Oh my
nightmare.
God.
It's just
Oh, gosh.
it almost burrows in their fur and
Yeah.
turns it into a giant mat.
Yeah.
And you have to like cut them out. Oh gosh, I do not like burrs.
Terrible. The burrs out here are bad
They
too. I had a long hair Vizsla out here today. She's got, so think Vizsla with fur, but she's got, her paws are huge.
Yeah.
And she's furry, almost like she's wearing bootcut jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
But her paws were full of burrs.
Oh, man.
And then her brother was out here with her who kept just plowing into her and rolling her, and she'd roll and come up. And I mean, he got 0 burrs on him and she got about 500,000.
Is he also a long haired? Or
No.
No,
He
he's a
almost,
short.
he's a
He's a
mix.
rescue.
Okay.
But he looks like he's got some standard Schnauzer. Or
Yeah, he's got. I mean, he kind
terrier.
of has some kind of terrier,
Some wiry
hair,
fur.
but not like hers.
Not like
it's
hers.
different.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's just a baby puppy and they were everywhere.
Oh,
It was like she was a magnetic force and burrs were just all over her.
But that's. I mean, we've seen that. Some of the dogs attract them, and some of the
And some
dogs
don't.
it just
Yeah.
doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The Griffons attract them. When I had
they?
those two, the sisters out here, oh, it was constant. We were in their paws. It was constantly like
They have
getting
furry
in there.
paws.
Yeah, they
There's
have like the
fur in
Grinch.
between.
It's almost like the Grinch toes.
Yeah.
They have it in there, but it's those are
such a
it
good
attracts
image.
it.
Is.
Grinch toes.
You totally get it,
Oh my
right?
God.
You totally gonna miss it that down there.
But yeah, so those are some of the physical hazards that we see, especially here in Southern California. But I mean, you see them other places too. So just be very careful on your hikes, on your outings. Be very cautious. If you see them, just try to deter your dog from going in that general area just to keep them safe. Again, this is not toxicity that we're talking about. We're just talking about like physical harm that can happen to your dogs. And it can be pretty severe. It can be pretty severe. So just be very careful.
Well, even if it just turns into matting can be severe.
Yeah.
It's really painful to your dog. It pulls on their skin and it hurts. One of my clients turned me on to a spray. It's called Scout's Honor. Scout's Honor is like the brand, I think. They make a lot of good stuff for dogs. But their spray, they have a spray specifically for matting and burr removal. And what it is, it makes their fur super silky. So you spray it on and then you can pull them out easier. You can also get a burr brush. We have a burr brush out here and it works like a charm. But if you do the spray and then the brush, the burrs come right off.
So you
It's
do
like a conditioner almost.
Yeah.
Right.
So you do
Crazy strong conditioner.
the spray after they get the burrs, or do you do it preemptively like before?
Good question.
I guess
I'm
you
full
could.
of it
I guess you could do it preemptively.
Yeah.
But because
I'm going to do
then
that
it's-
with little
it.
chili on Thursday.
Yeah,
The
try it
Lavishla.
before.
I'm going to spray her.
Because either way, it's still sitting in their fur. So then
Yeah.
after you just brush it out.
Well, and I wonder if it's so silky that they won't
wouldn't
attract
even
it that way.
stick.
It wouldn't stick.
And do an experiment.
yeah, we'll experiment and
I'm gonna
we'll
do that.
We'll put an update on Instagram. We
I
can
like
make
it.
like a quick little video
Yeah.
and post it. Just an update on chili
I like it.
and the
Good.
spray.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. That's great. Is that all of them on that
Yep,
list?
those are all of them on that list.
It's really good. So watch out for those foxtails. Like Rachel said, I mean, we've had a grow season here in Southern California.
God.
We have rain, then sun, then rain, then sun. And I mean, we've been plowing down foxtails out here like no one's business. I mean, they're growing up like to your
bad.
waist easily.
Yeah.
I had a guy I talked to about bringing his goats out here to kind of, mow for me, basically. But he won't bring the goats out if there's any foxtails
Oh shoot!
because they'll eat them. And he's like, and I'm going to have very sick or dead
So
goats.
even goats.
Even goats. He said there is no animal that can eat foxtails. Yeah.
Wow.
They eat poison oak and poison ivy,
Okay, so
but the foxtails, they cannot. He's like, there's no animal that foxtails are okay for.
okay, so we were talking about mules too. You were discussing is that off the table too?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to remove the foxtails for the mules.
Okay. Wow.
I know. They're
That's
nasty
crazy.
little buggers.
But they're,
they are.
it just goes to show like they're
They're
nasty,
nasty.
and they get
Yeah.
in there and they're dangerous.
And they're surprising. If you feel them, guys, and you rub it like backwards, it feels like a cat's tongue.
Yeah, it does. I
like
hate
it's
it.
sticky. Yeah. And it's amazing where they
Yeah.
can go. It really is. Awesome. Okay. I'm putting on my glasses now because I have some fun statistics here. And this one's really important. We're going to talk about heat danger to dogs if they're left in cars. On a 70-degree day, a car interior can reach 90 degrees within 10 minutes.
Wow.
So we have a lot of 70-degree days. 10 minutes. It can reach 104 degrees within 30 minutes.
That's crazy.
And that's heat stroke. That's a heat stroke number there. That's just way too high, 104. On an 80-degree day, a car can reach 99 degrees in 10 minutes and 114 in 30 minutes. On a 90-degree day, a car can hit 109 degrees in 10 minutes and exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit within 30 minutes.
Oh, that's just scary.
Very scary. Too hot. Too hot for your
Way too
dogs.
hot.
Cracking the windows makes very little difference.
I was
They
gonna
say
say
1 to
even-
2 degrees.
Yeah, even with the
Yeah.
windows cracked.
So your 120 degrees is now 118. Still too hot for
Still
your
too
dog.
hot. Yep, your car is just a hot box.
Yeah.
It heats up. It doesn't matter if you leave those windows down. It just doesn't matter. And we were talking before this. Now you have, I think is Tesla the only one doing it with the dog
That I
dog
know
mode?
of.
Dog
yes,
mode?
that I know of. But I mean, there's so many new cars, so maybe
bet they're
more.
all
But
gonna-
Teslas 100% have a dog mode.
And there's a big screen and it says dog mode. So if someone's looking in the car going, is this dog okay? They can see dog's fine.
Dog's
We're in dog
fine.
mode.
Yeah, it's on.
My truck is keyless, so I can take the key with me and leave the truck running and lock it and leave the AC on for the dogs.
yeah.
And I think
so
a lot of cars
nice.
are like that
I do
these
too.
My
days.
car is keyless, but I can't do that. It screams at me if I take my key with me.
Really?
Yeah.
So it has to
Interesting.
do with how far away you are.
Yeah. As soon as I go to step out of my car starts like screaming at me. So
Wow.
I leave my key.
Well, you have your own
Well, I
alarm
leave my
system.
Kenai in my car.
There you go.
And that's my alarm system.
Kenai-
Good luck trying to get in my car with him
Kenai
in
alarm
there.
system.
Yeah.
You could market that.
Yeah. I'm gonna borrow him. I got Roman with a horn. That's scary enough.
Oh,
Roman the unicorn.
That's so true. People
And
will
his
be like,
big
"What
cone.
is that?"
And his giant
Like,
cone.
is that a dog? Oh my gosh.
Everyone just goes, ugh. It looks so bad.
It does. It does.
He's still so handsome.
He's going to be better soon.
Such a good boy.
My boy. So here are some more cool numbers, okay? Our normal body temperature, what? 98.7, 0.6. A dog's normal body temperature is 101 to 102.5.
Okay.
So anything over that is a fever. Heat stroke begins at 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. So if we go back up to these numbers here, on a 70-degree day, your car will reach 104 degrees Fahrenheit within 30 minutes. If your dog's in that car. So they are going into heat stroke mode.
Too hot.
Yeah. 70 degrees.
70 degrees.
That's a normal day here in Southern California.
And it doesn't matter if you're at the beach and there's a breeze, guys. And be careful because that can fool you because it feels cooler outside, but it's not cooler in your car. If the sun's hitting at 70 degrees, that car is feeling it, and it's going to heat up that fast.
The car doesn't.
Brain damage and organ failure begin at 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
And that's irreversible. That's irreversible.
So scary.
Death occurs about 109 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we come back up here, where do we reach 109? Right at a 90-degree day in 10 minutes. 10 minutes in your car. And your dog can be
very, very careful,
big
you
danger.
guys.
Be very, very careful.
Just don't leave them in your car. Like it's just not. It's not worth it.
Yep. Dogs cool themselves through panting, but it becomes ineffective in this hot, humid space.
I feel like it makes it even hotter.
It makes it hotter. They panic more. They get anxiety. It makes it worse. It's just a mess. It's just a total mess. Those flat-faced breeds, like our bulldogs, pugs, boxers, are at even higher risk. I had a boxer. His name was Hugh. I've talked about him before. Hugh makes me cry because he was perfect. But Hugh, I got at 6 and he lived to be 11 or 12. And he was struggling in old age. And one day he was laying in his bed and he was not doing well. And it was a hot summer day. But he was in the house. He wasn't in the sun. And I rushed him into the vet and I thought, we're losing Hugh. Something's wrong. And he had heat stroke.
Oh my God.
Just laying in bed.
Laying in bed in my house. Yeah. Now, he had other medical issues, but he was overheating. And the joke was, I went home and turned the AC on, and the kids are like, oh, okay.
You'll do it for
We
the dog.
see how this works. He'll do it for the dog.
Darn right, man.
Like, well, he's the one with heat stroke, not you.
Exactly.
Poor Huey. So keep that in mind, those flat-faced dogs. I remember seeing a guy running his boxer down El Camino one day, and it was middle of summer. And I'm like, buddy, you can't do that. You can't run really any dog. It was hot out,
No,
but
it's just
especially
too hot.
not a boxer. Especially not a boxer. So a dog can develop heat stroke in as little as 15 minutes in a hot car. So just keep that in mind, you guys. I mean, we're talking lethal. This is just lethal to the dogs. The American Veterinary Association notes that even on a 60-degree day, a car can heat up to 80 degrees. It's still dangerous for dogs if they're left there for extended periods. Parking in shade doesn't solve it. Parking near the beach nothing solves it. Okay, let's just leave it at that.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. If you've got one of those cars, you can leave the AC on like I do. Great. The Teslas, again, are pretty cool. This was a really good one. Hold on. California came up with, where is it? Let me find it. Sorry. Oh, here it is. Has a law. Penal Code 597.7. You gonna remember that?
No.
Prohibits leaving an animal in a vehicle under conditions that could harm or kill them.
Nice.
So, yeah, nice, huh?
Yeah, and I think you can like break a window if you see that if you know like okay they've been in there for X amount of time, you could break the window and it's not illegal to save the
Yep,
animal.
it's
Save the
called the
dog.
Good Samaritan Law. Yep, California also has a Good Samaritan Law that allows first responders and in some circumstances civilians to break a car window to rescue an animal in distress.
So if you see that, you probably shouldn't be the one to break the window. You should call 911.
You should, but if you're there long enough,
Okay.
if it's been more than I think it's like 10 minutes, I don't know what the timing is, but I think if you've been there, like you call 911, they're still not there. I think you can do it because it's a danger to the animal.
Yep, you can break the window. So a couple things you can do. Note the time and car details. Go into a store. I did this once at Target. I went in and said, somebody needs to make an announcement. There's a dog out here in distress. You could tell. Tiny crack in the window, hot summer day. And I sat in my car for a while waiting for someone to come out, and they never did. So you can go into the store, right, and have them make an announcement.
That's true.
But 15 minutes is too much time.
Yeah, it's way too much.
It's too much time. So call 911 or animal control. And again, in California, if the dog appears in distress, you legally can break a window to help that dog out.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's abuse to leave them in
It's
there.
abuse. Yep, exactly. So the bottom line is there's no safe amount of time. to leave a dog in a car. No safe amount of time. Unless you're in Long Island like I was this weekend. And it was like, I don't know, maybe not even then.
Probably not.
It was like 58 degrees and raining and windy and freezing cold.
Well, then you get the other issues, which are not nearly as dire as the heat, but
Right. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So important stuff there, guys. Keep that in mind. There are a lot of good statistics out there on this, but at the end of the day, don't leave them in the car unless you've got AC going. It's the best way to go. Yep. Okay. We're going to talk about human items that you have in your household that are dangerous to your dogs. And some of these may surprise you. Some of them may not. Xylitol.
that surprised me.
That's, yeah. Artificial sweetener. Thank you.
Yeah.
Phew, man, it's in sugar-free gum, sweetener packets that you may use for tea or coffee, some peanut butters. This is the one that gets people because we all know we can give our dogs peanut butter. But if you're buying that low-fat, fat-free, holy cow, let me take a sip. Peanut butter, it's got xylitol in it. And that's very dangerous to your dogs. Honestly, liver failure, even in small amounts. Who did we have? We had a dog who ate a whole pack of gum.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but they went to the emergency vet and got their stomach pumped, and they were okay. But it can be very, very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
And it's not funny, but I can't imagine a dog chewing gum.
No.
Like, what are you doing getting into the
They
gum,
just swallow
buddy?
it.
Yeah, they don't chew it; they just swallow it whole.
Grapes and raisins,
Big one.
big one, can cause sudden kidney failure. The toxic compound is still unknown, making any amount potentially dangerous.
That's
interesting,
interesting.
huh? That's
So no
know
matter
what
the
it
size
is.
of dog, you don't want them to
Don't
even
eat.
have any.
Grapes or raisins. Yep. I can't pay my kids to eat raisins, so maybe your dog won't want to eat them either. I love raisins.
I do too.
I do not. I like craisins,
Oh.
Oh, dried cranberries?
Cranberry
Yeah.
raisins. It's like a hybrid.
which
Yeah.
dogs can have. They can have cranberries.
Okay.
Ah, that's interesting.
But don't let the craisin fool you because there's a raisin in there somewhere, right?
No, it's
No.
just, they call it
Are
that.
they
They just
just
call
a
it that because
cranberry?
it's dried up It's a dried up cranberry, so it's in the raisin family, but not really. It's
But
not
not really.
dangerous. Kina eats them all the time.
Gotcha. Macadamia nuts. This is kind of a
I
big
didn't
one.
know that one.
Because most nuts are okay for dogs in small doses.
Yeah.
We've got a macadamia nut tree out here. The nice thing about macadamia nuts is that most dogs cannot get through that shell. It's crazy hard. We use a vise.
That's right. I remember
You see
seeing
Tom
over
using
there.
a vise. I saw a crow out there one day. He was holding it with his paw and whacking it with his head with his
With
beak.
his paw?
Yeah, I was like,
The crow paw.
The crow paw. What would you call it?
The talon,
Talon?
Talon?
foot,
Claw?
Claw.
Claw.
Okay, we'll call it a claw.
I think the paw is better. A crow paw.
Crow paw. Like a crowbar.
Yeah.
But he was throwing his head back and hitting it with his beak to open that macadamia nut shell. So most dogs cannot get through the shell. But if you're buying them unshelled for cooking or anything like that, be really cautious.
No idea.
Really
They are
cautious.
so good.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Most people know chocolate. Theobromine.
But chocolate too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The darker the chocolate, the higher the cocoa the cocoa level is. So that's going to be more toxic than like a milk chocolate. Is that
That's right.
Okay.
Dark chocolate, baking chocolate are most toxic because they're not as diluted, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Cocoa can cause seizures, heart arrhythmia, death. I had two of my dogs a couple of years ago. I don't know, did I tell this story yet? It was the holidays, and somebody had delivered like a big box to our front door, and I just thought it was paper. It looked like paper. It was in a FedEx box. And my husband at the time would get all this paper in the mail for his work. So I just put it inside the door, and the kids and I were running out, and we came back, and it was shredded and destroyed. And I was like, why would the dogs... And then I looked at it and went, oh no, I see all these See's candy wrappers. It was 15 pounds of chocolate. Yeah. So we rushed to the hospital. Had a boxer and a shepherd. And what they do, to your point, what you said is they induce vomiting, and then they feed them charcoal because the charcoal keeps their body from continuing to absorb the toxins. And the best part of the story is my boxer's having a blast because he's a typical boxer. He's fine vomiting. He's fine eating the charcoal. It's dripping down his face. He just
He's like,
loves
yum.
the attention. And as they're vomiting, they're looking through, the contents of the vomit, and they're like, oh yeah, chocolate wrapper. Hold on, what's this? And they pull it out, they run it under the water, and you hear my son Zach go, that's my hacky sack. The boxer
got mixed in with the chocolate.
had eaten
The
his hacky sack.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
The vet's like, we call this a silver lining because you would have been back here in a couple weeks with an obstruction problem.
For sure.
Big hacky sack in his belly.
That's hilarious.
yeah, it was hilarious.
Blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Indeed.
That was Hugh. So maybe he wasn't that perfect, but he was funny.
Oh, Hugh.
So chocolate's a big one. Watch that at the holidays, guys. And I've heard a lot of stories. They ate a whole dozen cookies and they were fine. Again, it has to do with the amount they're taking in, the type of the chocolate, and the size of your dog. Mm-hmm. The size of your dog. And these were 2 really big dogs, and they ended up being totally fine. But who's going to take that chance that they're not?
No, just take them.
Just take them in. So here's one that surprises people a lot: onions, garlic, leeks, and chives. They destroy red blood cells, causing hemolytic anemia.
No idea. Had no idea.
Garlic is 5 times more toxic than onions. Powdered forms are more concentrated and are more dangerous.
Wow. See,
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes. So don't let them lick the pasta sauce off the bowl when you're done. Because you've got garlic in there and onions and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I had no idea.
It's a big deal. This one kind of goes without saying, but you never know. Some of you out there might be thinking you're funny, but alcohol, not good. Causes serious drops in blood pressure. So super dangerous, and body temperature. This one's safe in my house because I don't bake raw yeast dough. I know, weird, right?
Yeah.
It's on the list, though.
Interesting.
It expands in the stomach and produces alcohol as it
Oh,
ferments.
well,
so
of
it's a
course it
double
does.
whammy.
Yeah. When
Could you
think about it.
imagine?
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You just,
Wow.
right, Sid? Why do you look guilty?
I didn't do it.
Avocado is kind of
Yeah.
sad.
I know. You would think it
kinda
would
sad.
be good because it's so good for us.
So good for us. There's something in it called persin. Causes vomiting, diarrhea, and fluid accumulation around the heart. So all parts of the avocado, they say, really. I thought it was just the pit.
The pit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
But it's in the skin. The skin's very concentrated with this something called persin. So be really careful. It's rapidly fatal to birds and rabbits. So if they eat avocados off of a tree, they die almost
Wow.
instantly. Yeah, crazy, huh? Coffee, tea, caffeine, similar to what chocolate does.
Yeah.
Affects the heart and the nervous system. Nutmeg causes seizures, tremors, nervous system damage. So watch your nutmeg.
Watch your spice drawer.
Cooked bones. So this is where people talk about certain types of bones with dogs. Gross, I know, but a dog can eat a raw chicken.
Yep.
They can eat a raw chicken. Those bones are soft. Cooked bones splinter and cause a lot
Got
of
it.
problems.
Yeah.
Got it.
Raw bones are actually very good for your dogs.
They're very
to
good for
chew.
'em.
They're like you said, they're softer
Yep.
than a cooked bone. They don't splinter, but they can scrape the plaque off the teeth. So I do duck feet for my dogs at night, and their teeth are very
Amazing.
clean.
That's
I
good.
don't like it because that's icky.
It's icky.
But they like it. But it's raw. It's an air dried duck foot.
Nice.
But you can do like chicken feet, duck feet, turkey necks, duck necks,
How
chicken
about
necks.
crow paws?
Crow
Maybe
paw.
crow paws. Let's do
We
it.
could start our own business.
I know.
Good luck trying to get them though. They're smart.
And they're
smart
mean.
little buggers.
We have the
and they're
biggest
mean.
crows out here.
Yeah.
They're huge.
But yeah,
they
I
are
think that's a
huge.
big one because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just ate a rack of ribs. Here, let me throw my dog the rib bone." Don't do that unless they're not cooked yet.
Yeah.
And
It's
they have
In which
nothing on
case
them.
you shouldn't be.
Yep.
eating them.
Beef bones are usually okay. Ham bones, they're harder bones.
Oh.
So chicken and ribs, like you were saying, they're softer bones. So when they're cooked, they splinter easily and they can cause a lot of problems.
But still, I avoid cooked bones as a whole because it's just like
Yeah.
it's
a good rule.
I just do it. But the raw bones are actually really good. For
Yeah,
dogs.
raw bones are great. Find a butcher near you.
Yeah.
Usually they're looking like we have one near us and they put the raw bones in a freezer and you can go buy them.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll just give them to you. Just depends on the butcher. Yeah. Really good. But, some of you out there with the smaller breeds, you want to be careful too because they can break teeth. But the larger breed dogs, if they're not just really acting nutty with the bone and going crazy, it's good for their teeth.
Yeah.
For sure. I know vets don't really care for it much these days, though. They see too many cracked teeth.
Yeah.
Because dogs don't know how to take it easy.
That's true.
And go slow. Apple seeds, cherry pits. Ooh, it's cherry season, guys. Watch for this. I know they're so good. Peach pits, plum pits. They contain cyanide compounds.
Pits.
All the stone
All
fruit.
the pits.
Yeah.
Are those called stone fruit?
Stone fruits.
Stone fruits. Yeah, watch out for those. So make sure when you're spitting out that cherry seed that it goes in the trash and not on the floor for your dog to eat. So those are good ones. Those are really important things for you to keep your eye on. I think the big surprise here was like the garlic.
Garlic and onions.
And what's the other one I said? Shallots. Shallots fall into
makes
that
sense,
same
though.
family.
Yeah, and the chives. That's all the onion family, right?
I
So there's
just,
gotta
I had
be
no
something in
idea,
it.
that was
Maybe,
harmful
yeah.
and bad harmful, like not just.
And then Pam, I want to go back to the signs of the plant poisoning as well at some point.
Yeah, did
'cause
I
we
skip
forgot
over that?
To do that one.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to give just a couple more here and then we'll go back to that. Sorry. Sorry, I kind of missed that one. Foods that are good for them in moderation, right? Because I know you're sitting there going, what the hell can I give my dog?
know.
Plain cooked chicken, turkey, beef, of course, without seasoning is always best. Carrots, blueberries. My dogs love blueberries. They love carrots. Celery, watermelon, no seeds or rinds. I mean, good luck with the no seeds part. But
Yeah, I'm like,
geez.
how do you pick out all the seeds?
They
Plain-
make seedless watermelons now, or they grow seedless watermelons.
I feel
interesting. Are they
I feel
white
like I don't
instead of
trust
black?
it though.
Maybe little.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't
I've
it?
eaten it. I've purchased a seedless, and I'm like, that was a seed that I just ate.
But it's white.
But it's white. It's not black.
it's
I think maybe the
soft.
black seeds. Yeah, it's very soft. It's almost like a pumpkin seed, but like smaller,
Right.
and really soft. So maybe the black seeds are the ones that you don't want them to eat.
Yep, exactly. I mean, my dogs eat them. Nothing happens.
Yeah, my dogs are fine.
Yeah. Apples, they say no seeds or core. I give them the whole apple.
I think that has to do with size again.
It could have to do with
Oh,
size.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Don't
true.
listen to what I say. Just listen to what I read. Plain cooked rice and pasta, of course, most of us know that. You know, if you've got a dog that's having some GI issues or a tummy ache, you can give them plain cooked white rice is usually the best way to go with some plain cooked chicken. Green beans, bananas. Bananas are high in sugar, though, so you want to be careful of that. I grew up with a Doberman that loved bananas. She just loved bananas. So as we said earlier, toxicity varies by size and individual sensitivity. Symptoms may be delayed. Kidney failure from grapes can take 24 to 72 hours to even start showing any symptoms. So be real careful. Just keep an eye on them. When in doubt, you've got two places you can call. ASPCA has an animal poison control and pet poison helpline. Both, I think, might charge a minimal fee. I'm not sure. But we'll post these up on the website as well and the phone numbers to both places. But those are really good ones to have on your phone or on your fridge or somewhere handy at home. So when you're in that panic mode, you don't go, shoot, who do I call? And they'll give you tips. I've called them before when one of my dogs ate like a chocolate chip cookie and we were fine. They asked me, like they knew exactly the weight of the dog, how much did they eat, and what to do. So those are just some good people to reach out to if you need to. And then of course your emergency vets are great at this stuff. They're used to us making mistakes.
Calling in a panic.
And calling in a panic. That's what their job is basically. So let's talk about some of the signs of poisonings to watch for. Sorry about that, Rachel. Go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. I just realized it. The obvious vomiting, diarrhea, which could be with a lot of other things. Drooling excessively, which is a big one. And especially if you have your large breed dogs, like Kenai just slobbers all the time. But I do know where there's a line of, okay, this is a little too much for him. So really paying attention to that stuff. Lethargy, weakness, tremors or seizures, which that one kind of surprised me. But now after we're going through everything, a lot of the side effects or the things are tremors and seizures, which is pretty insane to me.
Scary.
Pale gums and then collapsing. So kind of obvious, but kind of not. And especially all those things kind of together or a few of them together. You want to be extra careful and maybe take your dog to the vet if you see it.
Definitely. Yeah, the drooling is almost like a faucet turned on.
It's like a lot.
Wild.
Yeah.
And it means they're probably gonna vomit.
I want to throw up.
I want to throw up, but I'm trying not to. Yeah. And as you're going through those symptoms, I'm thinking also of things like spider bites, which we're going to get into. Guys, this is a 3-part series, so we're going to have one more where we talk about rattlesnakes. We're going to have an expert come in and talk to you, which is going to be really great. But we'll talk about those spiders then too, because the spider bites, there are strange symptoms.
Crazy reaction. We took I think MJ went to the emergency vet because she got bit by something up in Big Bear. No idea what it was, but it was a horrible reaction.
What did she look like?
She was super swollen, but she was super lethargic. She could barely get up. She was covered in, she was swollen, but also bumpy.
Yeah,
so she had the hives. Super, I mean, she slobbers a lot with her big lips, but it was like you said, like she would lay down and get up and there's just a puddle of slobber. We were like, oh, you need to go to the vet.
Yeah.
So we took her.
Did they think it was a spider?
They thought it was a bite and they assumed spider, but they were like, we can't guarantee it, but it was more than likely a spider bite.
They're sneaky because you can't always see it. Sometimes not until all the swelling goes down and you go, oh, there's the bite, but you don't see it right away.
Well, and in a lot of cases, like if it's on a toe or in a you wouldn't see it
anyways.
Would you? I can't imagine.
Or they eat it and it's in their mouth.
Yeah.
Like bee stings in the mouth. Oh, we'll have to talk about bees too.
Yeah, that'll be
on the
for
next one
rattlesnake.
though, right? Yeah.
We'll do bees, spiders, and rattlesnakes.
Fun.
Woohoo, fun. I'm already itchy.
I gotta go shower.
Gotta go take a shower.
Yeah, no doubt.
Cool. Ooh, good stuff. So we're not trying to scare you guys. We're just trying to
or gross you out entirely.
Seem like we are, but we're not.
We're just trying to keep your dog safe. And I mean, honestly, as I was going through this, it's a little overwhelming sometimes. And what you want to do is be just real specific to what you have in your home and what your dog gets into. You know, trash is a big deal. Dogs get into trash, and they end up with pancreatitis or livers that are shutting down. And it's because we don't even know what the heck was in the trash and what they ate. So keep an eye on this stuff. The heat in the car this time of year, coming into summertime, it's a really big deal. And again, I think it just comes down to don't leave them in the car.
Yeah.
Don't leave them in the car. Don't take that risk.
Yeah, just leave them home.
Leave them home.
It's better.
Yes. Listen to our episode on crate training. Separation anxiety.
Or call us if you've
just
done
call
that.
us. We'll help you. We'll help you.
Exactly. Don't put your dog in your car.
Exactly. It just heats up way too fast.
Yeah.
So awesome. Do you guys have anything else you want to add? It was good. We threw a lot at you.
We did.
We threw a lot at you guys today. But again, part 2 of a 3-part series. If you have questions, obviously the internet's out there, right? And there's so much good information. But if you ever have questions for us, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you go, hey, you know what? My dog has this separation anxiety. I've been leaving him in the car. What's another option? Depends on where you live. I mean, so many dog-friendly places. Yeah. We do classes where we take dogs into places like Lowe's and the mall.
Yeah, take them with you.
Maybe you take them with you. Something to think about. Flying this weekend, I can't believe how many dogs are.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in the airports and on the airplanes, and they're everywhere. So, we can give you tips on keeping them with you too, or leaving them alone. So, just don't leave them in the car. So, on that note, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. That was fun. And we're gonna sign off there. This is Pam Chandler. We'll see you guys next time.
And Noelle.
And Rachel, catch you next time.
You got a slip after your sip.
There you go.
Hello, frog in the throat. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.